It's Podraza. I'm not making any of this up. That in nailed, and I don't know where that mine went. He could be dead undercover. I don't know. I don't know. What did you find out from Stephen Kotler? That in 100. That. All right, I'll have to calm down. All right, I'll try to listen to you. I'm being threatened like crazy. Brodsky is a problem, and that is connected with the prior thing, and I don't know whether she was a psychiatrist or not, but that feeds into that, and that element goes for my throat. Brodsky is supposed to be a Jew. I was so mad. It's part of Deborah's that I stuck his wife on him. He went to kiss me in the chair in there, trying to I have to tell you, set me up. I got so mad I called his females in there who work for him. Now you can set his wife on him because it's a setup that I have an affair with a married male. Now, I was so mad I set his wife on him due to his theories that I was told that I was an affair all this time. I don't have them. I've never had an affair in my life, and I may not be naive, but I don't happen to have that mess up. God help me, I've suffered in here on this. The prior hooker and the prior wife and whatever took place, and then I go for Joel Alford's throat because that darn Weber is not 95 when I was married to him. He said he was senior. He called himself senior, and there's a son, and there's some, see, I remembered what was said, 6 wives or something. He's murdered, and 3 I knew of, and I'm going to tell you, he has a stash in the woods of how he murders people. God help me, I don't go near the woods. I almost was taken. You must take this seriously, please. It is, sometimes I don't want to criticize you. Take it seriously enough. He was going to bring me to, that Rite Aid. Dump me there. I had 100 stashed in that I couldn't get out of there. I couldn't get out of his house. He had me in there on chains, did anything he wanted, and had homing devices. I didn't need hearing aids. I took them out of my ears and heard better. I don't hear at a low pitch. I stashed 100 in a flashlight. They close up in Naples like it's 6 at night or some dumb thing. Only I could do was to walk up a hill. He was going to run off. He planned this. I prayed so hard he didn't pull it off. I thank God he never did it. I had to go up the hill in the woods in a little place and try to sit on a porch and sleep for the night. They used to set the Irish setter on me at the corner, and I don't know how those kids aren't dead with those spiders crawling all over the place. Lee never saw them. It was $300 a month. Faced the ocean. I found some wallpaper. I wallpapered the rest of it. I bought little pieces of rug. I could get on my knees then and put rug down below. And I'm telling you, the darn shower, I would have been in the basement. I caught the side, the wood, or I'd have gone straight down in the basement. I served dinner, some Primavera thing, and I cooked it for 5 hours. The stove wasn't working. The light kept going on in there, and honestly, they used to listen at the wall, and I didn't Hockney was a smooth operator. His brother I never trusted, and his girlfriend, the kid used to steal my money. However, he brought him back in with $15. There was a child that used to be kept in a closet. Honestly, I had to set a trap and screech for I don't know how long. We're giving peanut butter and cheese to a mouse that was in my chair and had learned to like me and burrowed in my chair. I had to get rid of him sooner or later. And I went screaming, I don't kill. I don't do any killing. I'm not a killer. That is that serious. You've got to listen to me when I tell you this. That house, I'd have walloped in and out of there. These spiders 12 inches long. And I'm telling you, they fortunately never came in. I ran and walloped the door out and hoped they didn't run down my back. This is how grisly Naples was. Deborah, they built the library. Her name was continually mentioned. Slaves. Deborah Slavin. And what I read then was that Robert Savadoff had crocked up. Well, poor Lee's marriage was crazy, and I was a restraining order. He knows nothing out of this. I try to get Tyson to stay as his friend because Tyson knows what went on. Lee doesn't remember that she locked him out, threw his stuff on the front lawn, and the dogs, honestly, the dogs were left in the back. The dogs loved me and Lee and threw all of his stuff and changed the locks and left him out there all upset. He used to call me once in a while. I don't think he knows it. It sounded as if he was crying and persecuted by that girl's father. And I'm telling you, they got rid of him the way my first husband got rid of me. In one way, one part, they, in one sense, wasn't quite as bad as my first husband. This was the last resort in Maine. And I found a bloody knife in my vehicle in Portland. And I'm telling you, the neighborhood was wacko. Kay Moore was a sharp therapist, her husband delightful gentleman. And he was older, she had angina. I said, is this going to harm your health? She has to speak to me one-on-one. She said, they're all against you. They are attacking you. I said, I know they are. He is no way on drugs. I had to fight 2 policemen. They had the phone number, I told you, matched to some drug cult bunch. And I said, my son has never been on drugs. He has talked quickly. He gets nervous, he gets upset, and he can speed up. He gets impatient with the traffic. And I'm going to tell you, they set a hit on him in here. These tenants set a hit on him. And he spun out. He lived by the grace of God. I haven't seen him recently. I have to get out of there. Remember, I can't move quickly with these knees. I don't know where that old one went, whether he's dead, gone undercover, sleuthing the other one. I don't know. I said, he talks logically, slowly, directly. He's not pressured speech. That's drugs or something else. And he's not that. And my son, I don't know what hormone they put him on. He does pretty well. I don't disagree with chiropractic. I don't disagree. He has a masseuse. He had to work with a seat to put in the vehicle due to the damage. He spun out by the grace of God. He spun out, and he's alive. I know. Honest, do you understand the impact of my saying this? I could be murdered by the mob. So somebody better be protecting me because they're privy to this. And I was threatened again. I said, I don't want to hear you're having a nice die. I don't want to marry the mob. So the last thing I want to do is marry the mob. They are white supremacists, and I am not. And I have no prejudice. And man, honestly, it's bad enough with the Presnell's mess there without the mess that Jack's son, who's dead, his son is dead. He went on drugs. Lancios were loaded. She died. She had not the latchkey, but the wife swap and stuff. Mm-hmm. Jack didn't do it. Everybody cracks up. The third child is not Jack's. That is the teacher's child. And Jack treated her as nicely as he could. She looked just like Joyce. Anyway, Joyce was very talented. She could sing. She could play piano. She was an excellent cook. I knew that. Jack tried to accommodate all of her sexual twists. And God help me, nobody wants to hear about that.